So, hi Patricia, welcome to our interview today about your test case industrial hackathon. And my first questions to you is, what did the action consist of?
Hello, Katrin. It's very nice to be a part of this interview and to share some ideas of our test case, the industrial hackathon. What the action consists of? It was the hackathon. So it consists of teams that were working on a challenge prepared by the company. What was unusual is that the hackathon was made online, as due to COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of things has going on online last year, so also our hackathon. It was industrial hackathon, and it was in the frame of InduCCI project related to creatives. So we bring together the creative ones, the creative industry, which in our case was software programming, with the traditional industry, which in our case was automotive. The hackathon lasted 78 hours. It was fully online. It was streamed on a YouTube channel of the biggest ICT festival that took place in Bielsko-Biała, the BB Days for IT, which we co-organized and which we tried to fit in with our industrial hackathon. The 8 teams that we gathered was working on the challenges indicated by the company from our region. The challenges were related not specifically to the industry, to the automotive industry, but more to the problems that each bigger industrial company can have. So they were related to, for example, safety procedures, fire evacuation of employees, and to recognition of the parts of the pieces that are produced in the plant. And during these 78 hours of coding, creatives created solutions really more mature than we even expected. The company that was our partner were very interested of these solutions created, and it seemed that they can be already bring into life in the company. So we are very happy that the spirit of the hackathon was there also in our case. We as a regional development agency facilitate this cooperation. We also were part of the jury that was giving notes about the hackathon and about the projects, the prototypes that were created. What was also very interesting, that even that the creatives were related strictly to the software programming, they go far beyond what they are going on. So they were even more creative than we had expected, because they also put a lot of other technologies like Industry 4.0 technologies, Internet of Things, cloud computing, and so on. So, like I said, the solutions made were even better than we expected them to be.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think creatives are important in such a process like problem solving? And maybe, yeah.
Okay, so the creatives are important. Like in our case, we have the great feedback from the industry that even though that the solutions that were created during the hackathon, maybe there are already on the market, the similar one, like for example the applications for the fire evacuation of people, or this for the safety procedures in the companies. But the industrial companies either don't have time or don't know about them. And with this kind of events, the hackathon, and bringing them together with the creative ones, like as I already mentioned, in our case it was really technology related, and this software programming and application development was the clue of the hackathon. So when this industrial company was the cooperation with creators were facilitated within the hackathon and by us as a organizer of the hackathon. They similarly just saw the possibilities that they wouldn't have seen without this facilitation. Because like even a daily routine just sometimes close some doors, and you just don't see even the obvious things. So this new and creative approach, these connections between creatives and the industrial companies, the problem solving was easier with this with having CCIs on board. And what is also very important is that the problems, the challenges that were indicated are not only of this company that indicates it, but also can relate to many others, and can reflect on other industrial plants or industrial companies in the region.
And how did you contribute with this action to the economic and social improvement of your region?
For sure, and what I always emphasize the most is that these kind of events create relations and networks people. Even though it was online, with this TV studio, we have the opportunity to meet in few persons, of course, due to all restrictions related to COVID, but we can meet even face to face. We streamed everything and had like almost 1,000 viewers of it. Some even during the event came to us with other cooperation possibilities or ideas for future activities with us. As for the economic and social improvements of the city itself, it was the great promotion of the city as a place for living and as a place for being a software programmer and a part of this high-tech creative industries. As there is a let's say bigger campaign managed directly by the city hall. It is called Career in Mountains and Study in Mountains, and we with our action, with all the BB Days for IT festival, we just give another mark how great it is to be here and to be a programmer in the city. So for sure, this capacity building, this creating the relations and promoting the city are the most valuable aspects of this test case.
How did you connect the CCI with the right companies?
The CCI with the right company, you mean the how can I say it? The CCI was connected with the right company thanks to our facilitation, let's say, because they, like I mentioned in my previous answers, that the industrial hackathon was all about creating relations. It was the relation created by us, and we were the facilitators, and we just think for them which company to choose and which company to cooperate with.
Mm-hmm. And how was the feedback on both sides? Did the companies evaluate the solutions as suitable? And what did the CCI say about the presented problems of the companies?
So as for the industrial company, they were very surprised that in such a short time, CCIs were able to create the solutions of the real life problems, and the maturity of these solutions they were really surprised about it. And as for the CCIs, they were surprised about the challenge itself, that it wasn't the challenge related, for example, to automation of the production or very hard things, but related to something that is often recognized as very not very interesting. So this safety procedures and bureaucracy and so on. So they liked the idea that they can make the life of, let's say, administrative workers easier with their solutions. And what was very important for the CCIs is that they can think outside of the box, even of their creativity. So, for example, when we have a team from a certain company, a team of people that were working in a certain software environment, in this hackathon, they go far beyond what they are doing on a daily basis in their daily work, but they wanted to, let's say, upgrade their skills and do something else. So they also considered it as a challenge for them and for their own personal skills. And what is also very important, I think it relates to everything that I've mentioned before, is that the CCI really liked the idea that they are working for the specific company on a local market. So the challenges were very tangible for them. They almost knew the people who they are working on. So it wasn't like an abstract challenge created from someone's mind, from organizers, but really it was tangible, and it was and they just know who are they working for and why are they what are they doing this. And also the competition, the competing between each other, and also professionals with the amateurs were also the aspect that were often indicated by the CCIs, that it was nice to compete on this level.
Mm-hmm. And what was your learning of the test case so far?
The first thing is that this kind of actions are really needed in the region, that linking the smaller formats from, for example, Interact Central Europe projects or other international projects with the bigger formats that are already going on in the city, for example, related to the same content, is a very good idea, because you get the visibility, you disseminate the knowledge and the information about the project on a wider audience and to the target groups that you are really interested in. And that this cooperation is crucial. The cooperation between the companies, the CCIs that creates this festival, this software programming festival, BB Days for IT, that the hackathon was a part of. So their cooperation, in a normal daily basis, they are competing with each other. But now, in creating a festival, they cooperate and bring then added value to the region. There's also the cooperation with the city and promoting the city, as the city hall was also the honor patronage was made by the city to this festival and to our hackathon. So we made them aware how important these kind of events are for the city. And of course, the cooperation and the facilitation with institutions like ours, like regional development agencies or other, let's say, business organizations that knows the problems of both sides, also more both the industry and the creatives. And of course, what is I think the most important is to find the right people who are willing to work on all of this and to be a part and be engaged in this kind of events. So it's the learning of the test case so far is that it brings benefits for all of the sides, of both for the organizers, for the CCIs to upgrading their skills, and for the industry to open minds for more creative and innovative solutions of their daily basis problems.
So thank you, Patricia, for this insight in your test case industrial hackathon, and have a good time and see you soon. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.